3 kills to level 15. 2 minutes remaining. And not a single mob inside. Can we make level 15 before it's too late? Welcome to 1 hour a day. I can play exactly for 60 minutes. When the timer ends, I have to stop, no matter what. We begin at level 13, with some pretty shitty gear, a few green items and only 24 silver. Still broke, because I spent most of my money on 2 8-slot bags. At least we have some rested XP, so leveling should be a little faster. We picked up every quest available at Crossroads, and now is the time to start the timer and get to work. At the start, we found a little goblin merchant, selling a pretty good weapon upgrade. But we are still broke, so of course, we don't have enough money to buy it. On the way to our first quest against Razormane, we killed a few plainstriders for their beaks. Apparently, not every bird in the Barrens is born with one. Because for an 80% drop rate, these things were surprisingly hard to find. The Razormane quest has always been a challenge. The camp is either completely cleared by other players, or packed with so many mobs that it's almost impossible to survive. But with our new bear form, which is kinda overpowered at this level, we tore through them like they were nothing. We found a new cloak with 1 extra armor, crazy upgrade. We also found a one-handed sword to sell at the auction house. Maybe there is still hope for our financial situation. In the middle of all distraction, we also found Chance Anti-Keg, which gave us another quest, because apparently we didn't have enough already. First quest is done. Next stop, the Oasis, to collect some fungal spores and pick up the quest for the coal car. On the way, we obviously killed every plainstrider we saw, beak or no beak, and skinned everything laying on the ground. Our skinning skill is now at 95. Let's see how high we can get it by the end of today's hour. On the way to the Oasis, I decided to get the plainstrider quest out of the way. During the plainstrider genocide, I also ran into few raptors, and we need their heads. They drop every time, because a raptor has a head. You kill the raptor, you take the head. Simple as that. After killing countless plainstriders, I went into autopilot and I stopped watching my health, and one of them almost ended our journey. As an apology, it dropped some green pants. Sadly, they were worse than ours, but they should sell at the auction house. Stonks. With the beakless bird nightmare finally over, it was time to head to the Oasis. By the way, 2 quests took us 23 minutes out of our 1 hour timer. But thanks to all that beak farming, we were already close to level 14. At the Oasis, we found exactly 1 mushroom. We didn't have time to stay, so we checked the water for another quest and move on to pick up the Colker quest. The reward for the Bracer quest is a nice 2-handed mace. Nothing special, but an upgrade is an upgrade. Then we went straight for the Corbane's head. Of course, there were already plenty of players running around, waiting for him too. While we waited for him to spawn, I collected some raptor heads from raptors that actually have them. After a few minutes, he finally spawned. Another player tagged him first, but he accepted my group invite, and we completed the quest without any trouble. Good, because our run could have ended right here, waiting for another spawn. Great content. We killed him almost exactly halfway through our timer, 29 minutes left. We quickly headed towards the harpies for their talons, while farming more raptor heads along the way, because finding 12 raptors in the Barrens is detective work. And with 28 minutes left, we reached level 14. Right next to our 8th raptor, we found a skinning gold mine, bush surrounded by dead cats, so naturally, we skinned every single one of them, 3 skill points.
Yeah, boy!
Very first harpy dropped an absolutely stacked piece of cloth gear. For a million of gold, at least. Please be worth at least 20 silver, please. We started chewing our way through the harpies, because we are in bear form. Bears bite things. That's the joke. Notice that we started with 25 minutes left. You don't want to know how long it took to collect 8 talents. Apparently, 80% of these harpies had a manicure, because talents just refused to drop. The only things dropping were my HP and my patience. A quick mana break and a recap of all our green drops that will definitely make us rich.
Bruh. Bruh. Bruh.
After 10 minutes and countless harpy kills, we finally had our 4 out of 8. At this point, I started to wonder if I would even finish this quest, let alone make it back, turn everything in and reach level 15. But I was committed, and with 9 minutes left, the final talon finally dropped. Without any hesitation, it was time to head back to the Crossroads and turn everything in. Luckily, the trip from the harpies to the Crossroads only takes about 5 minutes. On the way back, we found few more raptors and quickly checked the oasis for mushrooms. Nothing, of course. On the way back, we turned in the Colker leader's head and immediately accepted a quest for another one. Such a peaceful game. On the final stretch back, we found only one more raptor. Sadly, time was running out, so the last 2 raptor heads will have to wait until the next session. Now we just had to hope my math was right, and turning in the quest would be enough to reach level 15. Well, my math was wrong. We were still 1.85% short, with only 2 minutes left. Shit. 3 kills. 2 minutes left. Can we make it? Let's find out. Right outside town, there wasn't a single mob inside. Are you kidding me? Luckily, I found 3 cats nearby. There is always time for skinning, timer or no timer. Okay, one last kill. This is going to be close as hell. And we made it! Level 15 with 45 seconds left. Time to rush to the vendor, sell out trash, and park our tank inside the inn before we recap today's hour. After we cleaned out our bags, the timer ran out. In the end, we timed it perfectly well. We even made it to the innkeeper for some rested XP. We reached level 15, found over 40 light leather, about the same amount of linen cloth, found some definitely expensive green items, and made 75 silver. We also have plenty of quests ready for the next session, some new and some unfinished from today. And we raised our skinning skill from 95 to 113. And that was our first 1 hour session. We barely reached level 15, but progress is progress. Next time we will finish the quest we left behind and continue our journey through the Barrens. Hopefully with few birds missing important body parts. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe so you don't miss the next session. Thanks for watching and see you in Azeroth.